Today I'm going to show you how to load and analyze weather forecast data for any location worldwide into MicroStrategy's Business Intelligence platform. I'll start by navigating to the Visual Crossing Weather Data Download page and logging into my Visual Crossing Weather account. If you don't already have an account, you can get one by clicking on the orange button on the right-hand side of the page. Signing up for a free trial account will give you instant access to a full 15-day weather forecast for any location. For this demonstration, I'll select the option to manually enter the location for which I am seeking the forecast. However, I could instead load in a sheet of addresses or paste in a list as plain text. Instead of manually typing an address, I'll tell the system to use my current location by clicking on the Populate from Your Location link. Also, I'll give the location a friendly name to make this location easy to identify in the output data. For the weather query type, I'll choose the default option, which will give me a full 15-day weather forecast. In this panel, I could instead choose a weather history query, generate historical weather summaries, or request hourly data. These are among the many options covered by our other videos and tutorials. When I run the weather forecast query, I'll initially be shown the weather calendar view. I can change to the grid view to see more details, or I can download the data as a CSV file. However, instead I'll switch to the API view and copy the query URL. Now I can use this URL to load the weather query results directly into MicroStrategy. To demonstrate how to do that, I'll switch to MicroStrategy Web. I'll first select the Add External Data option from the Create menu. This is the option used to load a cube of external data into our MicroStrategy analysis. Then I'll press the option to load data from a URL. MicroStrategy Web will prompt me for the URL, and I can simply paste in the Visual Crossing Weather Query URL and click Finish to submit the query. MicroStrategy will now load the weather forecast data into the cube based on the query that I defined a moment ago. MicroStrategy Web will then prompt me to save this new data cube, so I'll save it into my weather folder and then tell MicroStrategy to create a new dossier for me to analyze this data. To wrap up this demonstration, I'll set up a simple temperature graph to show how easily the weather data is available in a dossier. Before I set up the graph, however, I need to tell MicroStrategy how to aggregate the temperature metrics. Since averages are best for showing temperature this way, I'll change both maximum and minimum forecast temperatures to show as averages. Then I'll build my grid in the usual way. I'll drag the date field and the location name into the rows and put the maximum and minimum forecast temperatures into the metrics. Finally, I'll change the visualization to a line graph and we can see the maximum and minimum temperatures that I can expect at my location over the next 2 weeks. Of course, I haven't even scratched the surface of how weather forecast data can be used within MicroStrategy. Once I have the data loaded, I can begin to correlate weather with my existing business data and analysis to gain new and valuable insights. If you would like to learn more about using other Visual Crossing Weather options such as weather history data, historical summary reports, and using weather data within other analysis tools, please see our other videos. Thank you for watching.